I had figured that Shiki had some dark stuff in his past, just judging from how he acted in episode 6, and it just stands to reason that he wouldn't be staying with Inugami if his home life was just all good. But Jesus, I didn't expect this. This was some dark stuff, man. His mother was being bred with other kimono in some kind of sick experiment to produce magical silk that his uncle was then going to sell and become famous. Like, Jesus, man, that's just messed up. What is up, y'all? It's your man, Dad Dude, bringing you guys another video. I am giving out subscriptions down below, so if you like Kemono Jihen, I review every episode, and I talk about other anime too. You don't want to miss anything, so go ahead and hit that button. Also, feel free to follow and hit me up on Twitter at DadDudeAnime. I really should not have been so surprised by how dark this episode was, because it's not like Kemono Jihen has been anything but dark from the very beginning. I mean, the first episode was Kabane's aunt hiring Inugami to kill Kabane, and then Kabane just decided not to and brought Kabane to Tokyo with him. But that was the first episode, so it's not like this show is like lighthearted and happy-go-lucky, and this episode just came out of nowhere. So I shouldn't have been surprised, but still, I just didn't expect the turn that this episode took, man. That just really hit me, and I should have saw it coming, but I just didn't. Yo, fuck Shiki's uncle, man. I wanted to crawl through the TV and kill that dude myself. For years, that man will look Shiki in the eye and tell him that he couldn't see his mother because of her health. All the while, he was conducting experiments on her, breeding her with other kimono, all to produce some magic silk that was gonna make him famous. Like, Shiki could kill that guy, and I'm pretty sure no one would care. Now, I don't think that's the direction the show is gonna take, just because I don't see them taking that kind of turn with Shiki's character. But if they did, I would enjoy it, and I think most other people would too, watching Shiki just get revenge on that guy, because there's no refuting that he just deserves it. That guy deserves to die. Just, I don't know how we could do that to his own nephew, not just some random kid he found out in the street. Even that would be despicable on his own. But to do that to his own nephew, to his brother's child, to the woman, or I guess kimono, that his brother fell in love with and had a kid with, to do that to them, to both of them, that's some low down despicable shit, man. Like, I would enjoy it if the show did allow Shiki to just kill this guy, because he needs to die. He needs it. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I knew that Inari was fairly powerful and influential just from the hold she has over the police, but now I'm wondering just how far her reach is, because the amount of power and influence it would take to patrol and to an extent moderate the black market, that she has to have a lot of kimono and humans working for her to even make that possible. And now I'm starting to rethink that maybe her character is deserving of more respect than I initially thought, because she has to be like crazy powerful. It has to have like some crazy influence on the goings on in Japan to be able to do what she did, or what it stated she did in this episode, where if she found out that Shiki's uncle was trying to sell this magical thread, magical silk on the black market, and she basically shut it down and blacklisted him so he can't sell anything. To be able to blacklist someone on the black market, you got to have some crazy influence. Like, she has to have connections in a lot of places and has to have some influence over a lot of powerful people. Inari might be the scariest character in the show so far, just given how powerful she seems to be. Part of me thinks that Shiki's mom might still be alive. I just get the feeling that Inugami knows something, and I don't think that he would have told Shiki about his parents in a way that would allow for him to get his hopes up if he knew the whole time that Shiki's mom was dead. And we saw in this episode, or we know from this episode, that Inugami was involved in preventing Shiki's uncle from selling the magical silk on the black market, so he is knowledgeable to an extent about what happened with Shiki's uncle and Shiki's mom. So I just think he maybe knows something about Shiki's mom that he hasn't let on yet. Plus, the way he acted in this episode wasn't the way I would expect someone to act who's watching a kid they care about find out that his mother is dead and he'll never see her again. Like, he just didn't seem too heartbroken about her. It didn't seem too like affected by the information that Shiki got. So it just leads me to think that maybe Inugami knows something about Shiki's mother and that she might still be alive. Now, I could absolutely be wrong. His mother just could be straight up dead and he'll never see her again. But just judging from the way that Inugami acted in this episode and some of the choices he made, I kind of think Shiki's mom was still alive. Anywho, Kemono Jihen continues to impress. with every episode, and this episode was no exception. It was a very good episode from beginning to end. I like that we're finding out more about Shiki's character and his backstory and maybe his motivation going forward with his character if his mother is in fact dead and how he'll react to that, or maybe if his mother's still alive, how he'll react to that. And will he kill his uncle? I don't think he will. I don't think the show will take that direction with his character, but I personally hope he does, because fuck his uncle. I also really like that Homonamadu is becoming a bigger part of this story. I really like his character, and he's kind of mysterious. We know nothing about the kid besides the fact that he works for Nadi. And I like that he openly talks about wanting to fuck shit up. He just talks about wanting to like ruin people's relationships and just basically watch the world burn. And I like characters like that. So I like Homonamadu. I like that he's becoming a bigger part of the story. And I hope we get more of him in future episodes. That's all I have for you in this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go hit that thumbs up. And if you were so inclined, subscribe and share. It would help me out a lot. If you didn't like the episode, let me know why in the comments so we can talk about it. Or if you just disagree with anything I said, again, hit me up in the comments and we can talk about it. I respond to almost everything. Also, again, feel free to follow and hit me up on Twitter @DadDoAnime. And I'll see you guys in the next one.